Okay. Stream is live. Hey, what's up, guys? James here. I gave us some Arknights today. We're gonna be going through some more story, since it's just multiplayer right now, and yeah, there's not much challenge stuff to do there. So continue on the story. I think that's probably exactly why they released it at this point, so that we can use our stamina, sanity. More story. Mine while I spring cage. Still floating. Alright, cool. Whatever. Just Twitch being weird. Anyway. We're gonna jump right into it. Last time we left off, we managed to get the sword into the stone, the base or whatever. So we connected the sword, and that has turned on the sort of activated the sword to suppress the iridium dust, whatever. That's like the iridium storm that was going around. So yeah, it looks like we are able to fight back now. Yeah. Iridium pollution, that's it. And now we're jumping right into it, and there's logos. I see logos there. So there's a lot of iridium pollution. That storm is going to be absolutely massive. Okay. Putrefied pseudoram attack greatly increased. What the fuck is a putrefied pseudoram again? Can't view enemy archives for that, eh? Ah, here we go. Textile feels damage to all surrounding units. When inside iridium pollution or active iridium storm, textile feels physical damage to all surrounding allied units. And all your units inside the pollution. So it's gonna snipe us if we're on pollution. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump into it. I don't really know what to bring. Where's Weedy? I know we definitely need a pusher in these stages. Am I able to bring my own logos? I don't think so, right? Logos is already on the stage. I can't exactly double up on logos, can I? I mean, I don't know, but yeah. Who's Scotty anyway? Let's grab Weedy. We might need to push the beacon out of the way. We'll take our logos out. I don't think we can bring logos. Yeah, should be okay. Let's go. Hey Demon, what's up, man? Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is not loading up for me as well. It's weird. But we're just gonna go through some more story today. All the eye can see is death. Endless killing. Life takes life. Fields of corpses, soaked in blood. The first Naxara learned his purpose when he rose from the ashes of battle. I am the end of all things. By the way, I got Castoria literally first roll. Hey, nice! See, that's where all your luck up until now is gone. Penetrate. The incantation pierces the Naxara like a lance. Congrats, man. It happened so fast that it was almost impossible to see its trajectory, as though it had taken effect by the time the word left her lips. A smooth hole appears in Netzalim's chest. There's no change in his expression. Withered branches reach down from his staff, reach into the hole in his torso, and fill in the gap. What could this be? In this battle alone, the young Banshee has casted dozens of arts that were not of Sarkaz's origin. Ravel, the greatest arts master in Gaul. His life's work made the guns of Gaul's ships mighty, and he was famous in all the nations, before the Witch King made his own name known throughout the land. In that war there was just an instant death, when the ships of Gaul ripped apart the lines of death, like a sharp sword, before death swallowed them. Yeah, blame FGO for that one. I see a shadow of him in your arts. 6 back-to-back banner finally paid off. Happy to continue because I want to get another 5-star in Genshin and make my account feel complete. I feel Genshin traits are really bad. So are FGOs though, but I don't know. Your words can't kill me. The voice that calls me is louder than your incantations by far. I can hear it. The dirge of the fallen echoes within. Thousands of war altars spread across the battlefield. They absorb what life leaves behind when it dies. The culmination of the power stands before Logos, the most powerful Naxara and the most terrible war altar. They got the Holy Trinity of support, some Scotty for quick, Store for arts, Clan faster. Good, now you just need Oberon. Naxara's witnessed death. We take in all who are brave, friend or foe. In the endless cycle of life and death, they will be remembered and honored. Cowards deserve any dust. Tell me, my foe, is it a young hero who stands before me, or a despicable traitor? Your judgment does not interest me. This is not where the power of words lie. Logos once again gathers power in his palm. A second wound appears on Azalim's body, stretching from the shoulder to his chest. The incantation does not dissipate. It fends off the branches trying to close in, and prevents the energies of the dead from repairing Naxara's body. Check all I need is a looping Avengers or Berserkers for any other card. All farming is pretty easy now. Do you have Space Age though? Shredded cloth rises and falls, covering the new wind, and countless old scars. What is this? Death may feed the Naxara. The Banshee can put death itself to rest. You are no longer the sole master of war, Nazalim. You're more gifted in incantation than any Banshee I know, Backchromally included. A shame though. Why do you not sing for the dead, if you truly mourn them? Elegy cannot actually put the dead to rest. Neither the living nor the dead will find true rest, as long as war continues. Why is Oberon a must for Buster? Can't I just sub him with Waver? It's because he's got 70% charge. Some Buster 7s actually need the 70% charge. And the last skill damage multiplier is really strong too. Monstrous. You have vanquished the Damati and banished the Empire. You are sovereign of the Royal Court, have Royal Court blood on your hands. You dare say it is all because you are avoiding war? Is your rebellion the only reason you stand in my way? Preposterous. The Naxara floats up in fury. The branches underneath him disintegrate, and decay fills the canyon. The Banshee's chanting does not give ground. Born in death, fueled by war, and nourishing death. The life of the Naxxora is as war itself. Cities and kingdoms rise and fall, but the fate of the Naxxora never changes. Once a Naxxora clan, tired of the cycle, put down their swords and staves, and went into the depths of the wastes far from civilization. Their powers declined rapidly in peace, and they soon became prey for others, fading away in a forgotten corner of the land. There is no other way to ensure the continued existence of the Naxxoras. The great rock of war sits above our heads on the slopes of time. All we can do is to push it with all our strength. Such cycle has continued for thousands of years. Until. And if I have example characters like Tesla or Battery of his own, that's way worse enough then. Lost a living. If it's a 50% battery, then it should be enough. If it's a 30% battery, it won't be. Promise of war, Naxxora King. About the future and nothing else. My best students, the young twin royals, I taught them the laws of war. They stood before me and told me, we can end the monotony of war and break the rigid cycle. We can push the rock to the top of the mountain and build a splendid palace within it. This war will be my blaze of glory. It must not end here. That was a long time ago. Now a young banshee stands before me. How could they be so alike? I fought alongside Lacromaline for decades, across cities and plains. We buried the armor of Victoria and the guns of Gaul beneath the walls of Kassel together. In the same battle, I helped Theresis take the heads of thousands of Lathanian casters. They were the heroes of Kassel, its greatest warriors. More egg for Kassel. FGR problems, maths. Lacromaline trusted you with the future of the Banshees. Theresis considered you one of her best students. He's a student of Theresis? Okay, I didn't know that. But you hid at Rhodes Island, sheltered the King of Sarkas, and sneaked into Londinium like a thief, content to sabotage the cracks in the battlefield. War will not end the suffering of the Sarkas. All I see is you dragging everyone into the abyss. So you chose to run. Many years ago I said to Theresis that war was unavoidable. If it did not come to Londinium, it would come to Kassel. Theresis agreed, but continued to hope that there would be another solution. Her choice led to a new war. Its consequence was the death of the King of Sarkas. I witnessed her death. All Sarkas should honor her. What about you? Can you bring Sarkas, aside from those meek words? What do you want to bring the Sarkas? He points his staff at the ground. The scent of decay rushes out, overpowering the barrier of incantations. Adjust my volume a bit. Let's add. Okay, that is a little better. I'll just increase it a little bit more. Yeah, it should be okay. Just a bit, just a bit. For the lottery event, I was complaining about lack of skill gems. Now I'm complaining about statue burning everything so quickly, including pure prisms. Oh man, using pure prisms for statues? Oh, that's rough, man. The scent of decay rushes out, overpowering the barrier of incantations. The dirge of the myriad souls grows louder. The power of the incantations is weakening. He feels his fingers, lips, and tongue go numb. The fury does not come only from the ancient royal court sovereign before him. It is also becoming from his own blood. I told you. Dukarel, I witnessed with my own eyes. My death. You and the king both know you can't kill me. With your help, I've come to an interesting place. It is not all nothingness beyond history. But I continue to gaze at you beyond the veil. You have come so far, little Banshee. You and the Outblood King seek the drop of blood I left behind. The blood of Tikes, the pure blood that I coveted. You believe that you can prevent calamity from occurring again by destroying it. It's true. True. Destroy the altar. Put a temporary stop to the Kunabala of suffering. Allow the Victorian nitwits to cling to life a bit longer. How boring. Who is the one that's short-sighted and foolish here? Oh, why does Tron don't have AB costs like other Singularity next year? Felt like being stingy, I guess. Feel it, don't you? You're closely linked to the altar. Right here, right now. Your power is being boosted by it. It's never one drop of blood or a single person's call that awakened the Kunabala of suffering. Originium is the response to the call of all Sarkas, living and dead. No exception. The murmur of the myriad souls is omnipresent. The lament of the dead will never stop. The Sarkas are bound by the past from the moment of their birth, never to be freed even unto death. You witnessed the myriad souls the first time you sang an elegy. That Kuramaline proudly described your talent to us. This talent was the seed of dissent. You feel pain, not just for others, but for yourself as well. You may detest the path I walk, but you could not help but feel sorrow for me's sake. I feel sorrow for how you're trapped in the past. Such arrogance. I should try to kill you again. But instead, I will bless you. The slaughterer and the slaughtered. They are all part of the cycle. I am here because of you. Logos does not smell any blood. The incantation easily impales the Sangonarch's body, causing only a few small ripples. Your blood is still linked to my elegy. Of course, of course. You stand with me, no matter how much you resist. We are all sovereigns of the royal court after all, the oldest bloodlines of the Sarkas. I should be glad that you could conquer me, for it proves that you are stronger, more worthy of carrying the fate of the Sarkas, leading them on your path. The Sanguinarch of Vampires laughs, turning around and disappearing into a cave. His silhouette fades away amongst the Cerugium crystals, but his voice continues to echo in Logos' ego. Bless you, Fenil, my vanquisher. Assimilate my blood, utilize my power. Let your hatred of me fuel your battles. You'll walk in my place and witness in my stead how far the flames of Sarkas' vengeance will burn. Oh, the thing with the customer, I generally don't have that much good loopers for her to use on. I have Jason, some of Akiri, Salarum, Arts loopers. I'm surprised. I guess if you haven't gotcha'd on any arts loopers, then yeah. Refuse. Naxura, vampire, we all hear the same cry. The fate of the Sarkas is caught in a cycle. I am no exception. I am part of what I am fighting. The fury of the Sarkas burns within my veins and my viscera. He's on fire. Words turn to fire, descending in from the sky to ignite every seed on the earth. Incantations burn at Logos' fingertips, on his lips, in his chest. Genium crystals grow furiously around him, and the crying of the dead becomes even louder, ready to accept him and devour him at any time. He no longer rejects the power in his blood. The vampire has guided the flames of Sarkaz to him, and he has embraced the fire. The abyss lies before us. We can fill it with flesh and burn the remnants with blood. If the only way to bring new life is to burn away all the decay, then I will be both flame and fuel. This is where my blood belongs, that I have chosen. Flames consume the entire canyon. The only things left are the incantations that the young Banshee has written his entire life, from a very young age. They surround Logos loyally, his sword and shield. War is the only way to achieve the dream, and new life can only emerge from death. I shall bring death. Shall welcome death. I shall ignite my past with blood, not for vengeance, but for the day when this fire will burn away what shackles the Sarkaz, through the decay that covers the land. A bone whistle sounds. Logos knows that it is merely the echo of the bone whistle in the Valley of the Banshees, the night he set up for battle. From death comes new life. The death knell rings. For the royal court that would rot, past and future, and for himself. There should be a couple of free servants that you can use as art loopers, I think. I have a lot more quick loopers, no joke, I use Skadi so much less than 2 months. I have it almost bottom level 11 similar waiver. Nice, nice. The whispers stop. The rot halts. I didn't bring Myrtle. I am smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. Yes, MAT. Oh, motherfucker. Instantly shot my summon. Sasuga skill 1 Logos. As if I'll be the most useful operator of all time. Okay, I have movement for DP. It's okay. Yeah, die. Skill 1 Logos OP. Like, despite Myrtle have a lot more competition, people still use it a lot very cheaply because it's so important in the game overall. It is. It is. The problem is, with the Vanguard side, is like they're the same as any other class in that the higher you promote them, the more expensive they get. When from Vanguards, you want them to be cheaper, which is why Myrtle sees so much play. You push yourself to the limit, burning all the blood in your body to blow your bone whistle, just to stop me for a moment. Hey Fenil, how long can you last when the wars continue still? You've gained the Naxora's respect, and so I shall now grant you death.
Mission accomplished.
Okay. Death knell. Logos' bone whistle. For who? Amia. I'm fine, Doctor. I'm just reminded of a lot of things. Logos rarely conducted himself as a Lord of Banshees when we were at Rhodes Island. He said he was no different from Scout or Misery, just another Sarkaz operator who believed in the ideals of Rhodes Island. The day we set out and Logos put on his royal court garment, I sensed great determination in his eyes, and great sorrow. Not to mention you get Myrtle and recruitment, thus get increased potential and cut her cost back to Division B cost. Decrease. Yeah, exactly. And like higher rarity ops are more expensive than the cheaper ones. So yeah. If they reversed it for Vanguards, where higher rarity ops are cheaper and lower rarity ops are more expensive, that would make more sense. The bone whistle is cracked. The bone pen is broken. Blood flows from the corner of his lips. You can no longer use witchcraft. You push yourself to the limit, burning all the blood in your body to blow your bone whistle, just to stop me for a moment. Hey Fenil. You are a fine warrior. The Naxora King spreads his arms wide. The tattered banners draped over him rise up, as though echoing the countless wars the Sarkaz have fought. Flesh and blood fall from his wounds, new and old, nourishing the battlefield. New branches sprout from the soil, preparing the warriors that have been damaged by incantations. The fallen Sudaram rises again. But you are not fighting one, or a few. There have been no shortage of revolutionaries amongst the Sarkaz or the Royal Court. They have all failed, just as Theresis did. War is the great boulder destined to fall on top of Sarkaz in the abyss, again and again. And you've gained the Naxora's respect, and so I shall now grant you death. The Naxora walks atop mists of decay towards the young Banshee. Server. The Banshee utters the final incantation, so soft it is almost inaudible. The cutting words become a tangible blade, which he grabs with his hand, and cuts off the Naxora King's right arm. Theresis' swordcraft. The full blast of the Naxora King's power hits Logos in the chest. He falls from the cliff. The ground made of Regium begins to collapse. Logos pictures how the familiar ship treads mountains and rivers, its tracks giving off the same rumbling. He remembers the first time he came to Rhodes Island and stood shoulder to shoulder on the deck with Teresa. She looked out over Castle while he listened to the wailing in the wind. He remembers Mechanist hunched over, fiddling with parts, chiding closure for wasting materials. Outcast and Blaze betting on how long it would last, and a robotic arm reaching over to grab his hat. He remembers Ace's bloodied palm, his shield and cup. Scout's palm was a little cooler, about the temperature of his crossbow, and he could tell them apart by shaking their hands and high-fiving. He remembers that Doctor and Amia saying goodnight in the corridors, and Amia suddenly stopped him to ask if he was ready to go to Londinium. He remembers Dr. Calcius taking Amia's hand and bringing her between them. Theresa's gone. Amia is the new leader of Rhodes Island. Logos keeps falling. Falling until he is completely submerged in cold water. He remembers himself many years ago. Also, unlike other gacha games, Arknights has double the squad room, making it very flexible to choose who you want to bring, making 5-star, 6-star version more unique skill. True. True. A squad in Arknights is 14? No. 12. No, it's 8. More than that. Might be 10. You have made your decision. Yes. I will stay at Rhodes Island and journey the land with the ship. Theresa is gone. The dream of Babel lives. Her Highness named her heir. She is young, but carries a familiar fire in her eyes that belongs only to dreamers. And it's not just for her that I chose to stay. The journey of Her Highness' search hasn't ended, and it should not end like this. I will continue the journey, as long as the answer to the future of the Sarkaz lies elsewhere. I may not come back to the valley for a long time. Do you feel sorry because you cannot stay with us? I will not act as a sovereign of the royal court outside the valley. Many will see my will as the will of the royal court. They may see the Banshees as their enemies. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you fend off any storms coming from outside the valley. If any old friends want to pay a visit, I'll be sure to give them a warm welcome. I will not question the former master of the Valley of the Banshees. My sister and I worry for you the same way. Take our thoughts with you. Majority of the gacha games as they age, role compression becomes so much more important. Arknights you can bring an operator for one specific floor instead of extra room. That's true, but role compression is still important in Arknights as well. Especially when you have like CCs and stuff, where you have like what is it? Squad size reduction? Got squad size limit bans and shit like that. Or deployment restrictions, yeah. The song of the Banshees surrounds their young lord. The water becomes warm, like a pair of warm hands that pull the fallen back. Logos opens his eyes. He seems to see his mother, and everyone else holds dear. Nathanel, the most beautiful wave of the valley, its loveliest song. We must stay and watch you go away. But our blessing will be with you, wherever you go. Hang in there, Nathanel. I'm with you. I've always been with you. It's the new robot. The power of incantation fills Logos to the very ends of his limbs. He opens his lips again. A song filled with power echoes in on the river, reflecting the most beautiful way. Pursuers are compelled to stop. I never thought I would hear the chorus of the Banshees here in this distant land. Never is death accompanied by new life. Are you still trying to sway me with song, young one, here at the end of all things? My patriarch, this is no more than a Banshee's incantation. They have not truly joined the battle. Our foe remains only the young Banshee. Yes. Your injuries are grave. The curse of Aethanil dictates that decay return to decay. I will not be able to regenerate for some time, but this body will last long enough to see this battle through. It's important, but it's not must for the majority of content. Compared to like an FGO, you could not bring servants for deep offer only, will be a waste of space. Yeah. For now, let me hear this song and that of the Banshees. As Alan walks to the edge of the cliff without the help of any arts. For an instant, he looks like an ordinary old man. Do you remember Baldrockus T? Yes. You raised him as you would raise your own son. Such a talented boy. He would have become the hero of Castle. He was my best student. But he left Castle and died to a conspiracy in a distant land. But he died a warrior. He lived the meaning of life through war and returned to the myriad souls upon his death. After that, was the next hero of Castle. Azalem looks down the cliff. Wind passes through the holes in his body that have not yet healed, creating sounds without meaning. I'd say it's also because in FGO you can't just swap like servants around like easily. It's super hard to swap. Like it's not free. The dirge of the myriad souls has grown softer. Lagos' bone whistle has temporarily suppressed the link between the blood of Seagaz and the Reginium. This is our chance. Doctor, that's Kelsey. This time, I won't let it slip from my hands. I've caught up. Are you here too, dear Rusanag? You are our leader, our dear father. Who will be the one to approach the throne? Salus reaches for the drop of blood at the top of the altar. Ginium burns, and the myriad souls roar. The powerful witchcraft quickly turns her fingers into charred black crystals. I want to see it so badly. The origin is so near. You. It's shining. You've hid well. It took a long time to find you. Too long. Traitor! How many have you killed on your way here? Not more than I killed when I escaped. The underground labs are full of the dead back then. Our dead. You ruined our leader's plan at the Royal Academy of Sciences. The Victorians almost found out about it because of you. I wish he had never succeeded. That's not what you used to say. How dare you act high and mighty? You were the one who gave us our orders. That cave outside Londinium, on the research bases. Was there any part of it that you weren't in charge of? The leader was in Casdor most of the time. You were the one who directed the research. You looked exactly like the leader with your mask on. I had no choice back then. No choice? What about the things you said when you took us to Londinium and I just donned this mask? We're mere mercenaries, but we believed in the Confessoria's teachings. Believed in the first and final path that you preached. Our original sin. Sin that outsiders imposed on us. We washed away at its coming. Was that all a lie? I wish that was a lie. It wasn't a lie. It was real. All the leader's promises to us were sincere. The same for you, Grisarsenal. Even if you have strayed from the path. The leader and the regent are so close to victory. The freedom and power have been lost for thousands of years, are about to return to the hands of the Sarkaz. Kill me if you want. Go and see the leader, your father. The Arknight's not perfect because there's a role in the game that's literally completely useless now. Silent skill. Every game has like, you know, issues here and there. Every game has like some units to get power grip and stuff. That's just the nature of games releasing new units every time, really. He is waiting for you at the end of the path. They're all waiting for you. You'll witness it for us, for every life that your sword took. Shining removes the guard's mask. She remembers the face. He was one of the first mercenaries that the Confessoriate brought to Londinium. They knew nothing at first. They were only tasked to excavate the ruins outside the city. The young man had expressed his gratitude to her directly, thanked the Confessoriate for giving them a safe, well-paid job. It was not long before she stopped hearing those words. The leader of the Confessoriate came to Londinium. There were no more idle mercenaries drinking and playing games. Everyone put on the same mask and did not speak except when necessary. They had no special bloodline. Grisat should not have been able to control their will so easily. But a part of them that belonged to themselves died before the great demon dreams of the Confessoriate. It was she who killed them first. This sin has gone on long enough. The mask cracks. The pieces stab at Shining's palm. She continues her journey to the top.
仲間たちの自信は我々が勝ち取ったものだ。先に続く茨の道を行くための貴重な勝利となるだろう。
Speed together. Pollution and slugs deal more damage on death, and some enemies will differ. Not even the fact of power creep, there's literally no way of using them other than some funky strategy. Like when the last time you bring Operator Weed. Weedy? Just now. Just now. I didn't use her though. But I am bringing her in this chapter because there are altars that are pushable. If we're talking about Weedy, yeah. I'm not using it in this chapter. I know that's not the point of what you're saying, but still. Like there are operators that just don't see play ever. Like this is operators that just never see play. Right? Probably Vigil, I guess. Unless you're locked to a niche. Blessing, yeah, it's like a little niche one. So like low rarity operators not seeing play is it's a pretty normal thing. I know people shit on what is it? Is it Breeze is like super forgettable? She's super forgettable as well. Yeah. But there's a lot, and that's just because they're low rarity and the kit sucks. Just what's her name? Viviana doesn't really see play. I have Viviana that would. That's because I like her, so I'm like, all right, I'll use her. So stay away here. Goes here. All right. Okay. So there are slugs. Currently, Arknights I just level up characters because I like the design. That would I use? I've used with Brain of the Lobsters. No. Do I like her design and bring her regardless? Yes. Yeah, I like Whisper's design a lot too, but I don't use her anymore. Kind of a shame. Let's bring my logos.
これだけの頭数を揃えるのも一苦労なんだから、なるべく被害を避けるようにね。
Ah, yeah. Texas. Yeah, it's on Texas. Yeah. Let's bring these two.
これだけの頭数を揃えるのも
It
一苦労
should
な
be
んだから、
okay.
なるべく被害を避けるようにね。
The lobsters fall out of meta. Yeah, I guess so. I don't really play her much. Still like lobsters as well, but like I can make do without the SP generation for lobsters anyway. I like the range of AI alters heals as well. It's really good, and global heals be a thing, you know. Sarsanong. Sarsanong. Mama's here. It's alright. I need to talk to your father for a bit. Didn't you want to look around outside? Just like the blue foul beast in your favorite story. A foul beast that can fly high up into the soft, lofty clouds. You can do it. You should live a free life. I'm sorry, my dear child. Mama will get you away from all this. Sarsanong. Enough hiding. I know you're there. You followed her in secret when she came to find me. You witnessed everything. That's good. You need not be afraid of blood. You'll see much more in the future. Will I die? Of course, my dear. Look, the sword has pierced through my heart. It won't take long before the blood in this body dries up. Your mother wants to leave me because of some pointless delusions. Have you leave me as well? But how is that possible? We have long been bound together by the myriad souls. We cannot be separated. Go, child. Touch your mother. Can you feel it? Her pulse. This is the power of life, the cycle of life. Through rebirths like this, again and again, will our lives be perfected. I will always be with you. We shall never part. This is one of those operators where it cannot be power corrupt because the devs made it better passive with lobsters. Jerry will break the game. Yeah, they wouldn't do that. My dear Chris Sarsanong, you don't seem happy at all. Didn't the experiment go smoothly? The receptacle has been responding perfectly from the last few tests. And the ceremony is complete. What will happen to her? Her? You mean the receptacle? When it was born, its soul was no longer with us. After all, the leader has been researching for so long just to craft a cage from a pure consciousness, to trick the king of Sarkaz. When that happens, the king's power will be transferred to you, and the receptacle will be useless. You can decorate it like a doll if you like, bring her wherever you go. I do like to collect souvenirs too. It is none of your concern. Huh. You're always so impolite with me. Want it out of your sight? Just dispose of it. Or you could give it to me. Leave. Do not step into my laboratory without my permission ever again. Why are you so offended? The leader and you have such different temperaments. Well, it's fine. You'll soon become as gentle as he is. Who knows? I might even miss your current personality. Goodbye, Chris Sarsanong. Man, they have weird names. It's hard for me to pronounce it because I don't want to know what language it is. He looks through her mask at the girl on the stone bed, returns her gaze. There is still work to do, but her father will not allow any delays. This altar, this laboratory, and the bloodline she was born into together form a cage around her. In the face of the Confessary's calling for the past several millennia, her sorrow and suffering are insignificant. She does not control her own limbs, they are extensions of her father's will. She cannot stop or leave this altar, fiddling with life and death, nor can she drop the soul engraving's white sword in her hand. Suddenly, a drop of water falls onto her busy hand. Who is the one shedding tears here? Her, or the figure on the bed, who should be completely unconscious? Or Sarsenab. Distracted, she lifts her head and sees a blue foul beast fly out of the cave and into the dusk outside. Cracks appear on the cage. A consciousness that should not exist, yearning for freedom it could not possibly have. From this, hope is born. It is Asia game and 100% European. European is 100% Prestige's old name. I won't say 100%, but yeah, high chance. A Confessarius and a pure white receptacle. Chris Arsenal and Liz. Shining and Nightingale. Story of Shining and Nightingale. Ooh. I'm hearing a din of discontent. Do not worry, leader. Only a few enemies have broken into this place. Like, imagine one of the bosses just named Matthew or Jake. I mean, Matthew can be a reference to the Matthew from the Bible, from Christianity or Catholicism religion. I can get that. Jake! I have no idea where that'd be from, unless it's short for Jacob. It's a bit too casual of a name, I think. I don't know. They want to destroy the altar and stop the ceremony. Annoying pests. Send someone to clean them up. Surely I need not sully my hands with such trifles? Of course not. We shall eradicate all obstacles in your stead. The Confessarius leader looks at the girl dressed in white. She's so deep in sleep on the stone bed that she almost looks like she's not breathing. The receptacle was originally marked at the table, and the ceremony will soon be complete. The name looks Slavic, judging by the demonic theme. I'll be surprised. A step away for Amnanam will open a path for you to the Myriad Souls. You will surpass the King of Sarkaz, supersede the Myriad Souls, become the father of all Sarkaz. With our journey spanning thousands of years, this is how things should be. Before that, I have to reunite with my kin to witness it together. Right on time, sister. I've been waiting for you. Aula! Is my impression that I get from him. I forget his somewhere, but we got a boss named Bob. True.
All Confessarius gods incoming. Marilla, let's part ways here. I can't guarantee I'll be able to keep you and your companions safe in our next fight. The roads should be safer once you leave this place, if you're willing to do so. You can continue heading east all the way out of Victoria.
Your Highness, I'll never forget your kindness, no matter where I end up.
But what are you guys planning to do?
This blade of mine is still usable, if you need it.
Don't worry about it. We have our own mission, and we're set on it. Please, take care of yourselves, and then, I hope you can live the life you want to live.
Your Highness. Ula takes a step forward, and kneels on one knee before Amir. The other two follow suit, all three faces bearing a rare solemn look. You've gained the undying loyalty of three Sarkas.
Huh? Please, you don't have to do this.
The mercenaries hesitate for a bit before turning to leave, fading from your view. Good luck to them. We have a little time left, and the Confessarius altar is close.
Logos helped us dispel the Confessarius illusions. I can feel an unsettling energy disturbance here.
Any secret passage to the altar or something similar? Time isn't going to let us slowly figure out a surefire solution. We can't overlook the risks, but it's also important to take rational risks in our war strategies. Fortunately, Sarkas have done as much and sent all their troops to the front lines. So we only need to deal with the Confessarius men. Theresis must trust Theresis a lot. The Confessari may play many roles in Castle. They are the king's advisors, bodyguards, shamans, and scholars. They travel between the royal courts and have always been dedicated to exploring Sarkas' history and researching the power of their blood. Theresis already planned to use the shard to control Amnanam before invading Londinium, and the Confessari definitely helped him out. Sartasaj's plan to usurp the king is also closely tied to Amnanam. What does Amnanam have to do with the king? Sartasaj wants more than just the crown. He too once possessed the king's power thousands of years ago. He did not manage to get the full picture, but he definitely sensed the king's power to influence others. Control. The more you experience absolute power, the harder it is to resist temptation. Very true. Be it Teresa or Amio, Sartasaj has been watching every single king and their successes in secret for a long time. His obsession with power compels him to extend his life by maniacal means, without hesitation, just to seize control of that power once more. There is only one thing that can let him achieve his goal. Originium. Yes. For Originium, Sartasaj will be able to control the Sarkas more than the king ever could. Shining and Nightingale, also victims of his. They never stopped resisting their fate, especially at such a critical moment as now. We'll have to stop the Confessari from harming Rhodes Island's operators. It's time to move. Harmful effects? Nah, let's be straight here. You ain't touching our buddies. No. Monster, hold off our enemies. Amiya, destroy the altar.
Tatakasu, I'm sensing something's up. I can't quite control the king's power. That altar is influencing.
Also, I just completely lost Spell 6 and it was not fun. Sure, story may be good, but man, the forced use of servants is so frustrating. Man, I know, right? It's so annoying to go through FGO story. I go through FGO events in general. Like this event in FGO right now, I'm so annoyed at playing it. But either way, I'm like pretty much done with the most part. Anyway.
I've told you before, we've been researching the crown for thousands of years. But you? How long has it been since you learned how to use it? I welcome you all to bear witness to this grand ceremony.
I'm sorry to such. Everyone here has been waiting for you. The Confessarius leader smiles as usual, spreading his arms wide open as if welcoming his own child back after a long time away from home. Dozens of Confessarius stand on both sides of the mountain path in silence. Their eyes behind their masks hold fervent deference, completely ignoring the blood-drenched shining as she walks up the steps with her sword in hand. I'm here to kill you. I know. How could I not know that? 50 years ago, Mother showed up before Father, before me, just like you have now. She always knew her own duty and never thought to disobey me.
But as you slowly grew, she developed a hatred to our family, the love I gave her, and the Conversarius is calling. I don't blame her at all, nor do I blame you. You are the same, merely made a tiny forgivable mistake. I will always accept you returning to my side. You are a monster. Who are you to speak of love? Love and hate, life and death, they are fundamentally part of the same whole. Generations of Conversari have passed their souls down through the same rites. This is my way of loving my family. Souls in death are purified in rebirth. Through death after death, we close in on the original, the purest and perfect being. There is not a shred of that worthy to be perfect. Theresis, your true self died thousands of years ago. The white-horned king of Sarkaz who defeated countless enemies. The legendary hero who built an everlasting castle under the day and night is long dead. What stands before me now is but a despicable man who lives in the shadows. A coward who sacrifices the lives of innumerable innocents to prolong his own. Who is it that tarnishes the soul of that original hero? It's you, king of usurping kings. You got so twisted seeking longevity. You are no longer worthy of that crown.
Perhaps. Like one of the stages where we fight Bargus true form, you literally have to make sure Martian does not die first. You have to roll RNG that boss doesn't target her with guaranteed crit hit. FGR RNG. Pretty sure FGR is the only one doing it that way because sure Arknights have it here and there. It's not as invasive and already being deployed beforehand with negligent effect. The game system in Arknights is a lot more expressive, a lot more free do like for player control. There's a lot more things that you can do as a player versus FGO. FGO has a very limited number of moves you can do in battle, right? You have 3 servants, you have 3 skills each, you have their NPs, and you have the basic attacks. And that's it. That's all you really have. Oh, you have your master skills as well. Okay. Master skills and command skills, I guess, if you want to count that. It's very basic. Arknights has like so much you can change. You've got like 8 slots. Each operator has 3 skills to choose from. And then you have every single tile on the map to be deployed on. There's so much more variety in Arknights play compared to FGO. You can't even compare, really. To the RNG element, because screw that player. Yeah. Sasuna, sister. I, who was born with all my memories intact, know better than you. The history of Theresis bears with his life. The Conversarius leader takes a step down. He calmly looks at Shining and holds her hand trembling in rage. I know all too well the blood that is on my hands, as I remember all the love I have received. It was you who picked me up from the blood, into your trembling arms when Mother died. We are a true family, sharing the closest of blood, and sharing the closest of relationships. The nature of my soul may change, but the facts remain the same. How could you talk about that like so? Who was it that killed my brother? Who was it that turned him from a child who should have received his mother's love into a non-existence from the very beginning? It was me. For millennia, Theresis has died time and time again from betrayal from his closest kin. You may see this as a punishment if you wish it so. However, what does that matter? You call me unworthy of that crown, but who else but me could possibly lead the sarcasm path to our survival? Kulon brought up people on a wandering path of no return. An illness would retreat into hiding would only make us weak. Even that pair of siblings, all they did was push Sarkaz into futile conflict and let the crowd slip into outblood hands. The Sarkaz need a true king, an eternal king. I will reach our starting point, and together with the sins of Theresis and his blood, purge of all the Sarkaz's sins. That's a 12 operator in this squad. You're going to deploy 8 in total. Yeah. That's still so many different options, right?
clear. The word intensifies the ire in Shining. Her father and brother were both possessed by this undying monster, for she and her mother lived under the madness of his shadow. To let him live, to kill him, both are afflicted with the curse. She has no path to go. She has nowhere to retreat. But there is no way she can stay here as is. You made your move. Very good, Chrysostom. I'll kill you. And then kill yourself? Is that what you call severing the Bloodline's curse? The same stupidity, I see. Chrysostom grips Shining sword with hand. Blood trickles down the pure white blade and stains her hand. A shudder rises from the depths of her soul. Ugh. An overwhelming force flings Shining into a crystal tree. The sharp black branches pierce through her abdomen. Fresh blood gushes down and converges with Chrysostom's blood. The ancient tree, long crystallized into iridium, bursts into a sudden pure white glow. In just a moment, countless little moons rise to the top of the tree. Every Confessarius begins to sing. The myriad souls lie prostrate. Howling knocks on the door from beneath. Tangible usurps the intangible. The black crown imprisoned, the offender perpetually innocent. Because kings are born before immortality. They're operated solely for safety crutch. Like you, if everything goes right, the operator's not needed, but just in case. That's Texas Ultra. Honestly, yeah, it's Texas Ultra. Even injuries as grievous as this will not affect you. It's the power of the blood you resist. Chrysostom, I have been patient enough with you. But you stay stubborn, unwilling to accept all that belongs to you. Your duty, power, glory. It's alright. Just be good and stay aside while I complete the ceremony myself. A crown woven of thorns appears in his hand. Moonlight shines onto the crown as it illuminates a crystal tree at the end of the steps. In that spot lies a stone bed lined with dead branches, and a curled up figure Shining knows too well atop it. Liz, wake up. Don't bother. Her consciousness is not where you think it be. She's inside the crown. Correct. I promise you that I would mend her soul. You need only wear the complete crown, and you can be together forever. Together forever. In your cage. Shining shuts her eyes. We get Saria and tank in general because I needed to store as long as possible. I think Texas Ultra is probably like the panic button. It's like if shit goes wrong, something's going to the black to the blue box. You just chuck Texas Ultra at it, and she can hit it and stun it, kill it, and then retreat for the next time she needs to be used. It's strange to imagine the time she spent together with Liz. She can even hit AoE because her skill hits everyone around her. They run in the woods, hand in hand. They cross the ice cold creek together. With Liz worn out on her back, she walks the road home. Liz makes a small flower wreath and places it on Shining's head. A small blue fowl beast follows them the whole time, chirping a cheery tune over their heads. It hovers, searches, and lands next to the sleeping white demon. It does not know why Liz is sleeping, and anxiously pecks at her cheek with its little beak. Until a black arrow pierces it. The foul beast vanishes, leaving only a blue feather that lands on Shining's shoulder. Enough. You know very well that these are not her dreams. Even if those memories are fabricated. They are fabricated, so why not accept your own power and reshape her memory once more? Liz is Liz. She should be free. I will never shape her soul as I plead ever again. Wishful thinking. Sarsana,
or a fragile child indulging in fantasy. You are that blue foul beast thirsting for freedom, yet imprisoning yourself. Prepared everything for you. A perfect body, an ancient power. All you need is to accept. But you betrayed me. You abandoned everything that belongs to you, and then what did you gain? You sorely disappoint me.
A new life. I was reborn into a new life after leaving you. Not as the Confessorius Sarsanang, nor a puppet of my bloodline, but as Shining. As a member of the followers.
Blue feathers prick her wounds. The slightest of stings momentarily rouses her from her bloodline-induced paralysis.
Now is the time. Find me. Find this tree. If it were you,
You would certainly make it. Healer is the most unfortunate role in Arknights because all you nearly need is AoE and single attack healer. And the other one too is generally excessive. There's not many people even bother to look at it. Look at the operating healing roles, because why would you? I was like, healers need to do more than just healing. That's... Or they need to heal, like, ridiculously good. An opening pierces through the crimson clouds. The sunlight pours down. Everything around her becomes increasingly brighter. But that's also because of the nature of how this game is a tower defense. Like, most of the time you aren't really tanking, I guess. Like, you kill shit before it kills you. But then there are some times where you need the heals. That's why like minimal healing. But then if you only need minimal healing, then you'd rather have a slot that can do more than just healing. Doesn't matter what it is. Just hold it back. The ceremony has already begun. We can't stop it. Oh, it's no! Light and fog fills the air. Sun descends from the sky to repel the clammy midnight. Margaret. Sorry, storm was too intense, so I took some time to locate you. Are you alright? Do you need a hand, Shining?
I'm fine. But we have to save Liz.
Stop
Such. Lend me your strength, and dispel the darkness before my eyes.
Of course.
Let's go together. The road ahead of us, I'll illuminate our path.
That is fucking cool. What an epic landing. What a power move. Even though there's no overheal in Arknights, that's why Breeze is the most forgettable free 5-star unit. Because it's sending out a 4-star upgrade. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. Oh! Well, that's nice. I appreciate that very much. No. Who that? Jeez. He brings a fucking... Brings a fucking storm with him. Shit, alright.
あまり待たせない。
任務概要なんてただの紙くずよ。あんたが何をしたいか知ってるわ。ネバなんとかまたグダグダ。毎回カウントするなんて誰が言ったのかしら。これで静かになってくれる。かの草木院より参りました。大気を這う溶岩がどうか穏やかに。本気で行くよ。俺がターフ連続指示を待つ。今日もよろしくね。これで静かになってくれる。指定の位置に向かう。
Mission accomplished.
Also, go back to your previous statement of Arknights being type of game where you need to kill enemies first, disagree with the stalls. It is a strategy. The most typical strategy is you kill enemies before they kill you. That's like the basic strategy. And then when you get to the harder stuff, that's when you start like tanking shit. Here you are.
Well, you don't return to the landship often. Stay with Liz a bit. She's missed you. You just fell asleep. Well, you seem more exhausted than when I last saw you. Are you worried about Liz? Asked Dr. Kelsey. She said Liz's condition is still under control. Is there something you haven't told me? I'm thinking of a way to cure Liz for good. You've poured years into this. It just won't come quickly, so don't torture yourself over it. What if I told you a solution has always existed, only I've dared not to try it? Shining. What exactly are you hiding from me? What is it you can't say? No, it's a duty I must see through on my own. Do you think Liz and I will leave you? You know that would happen. My concern has always been that you two might get hurt. I've decided to join Liz in searching for her memories. I shall accompany her until you find the truth. However, well, a time will come when I need to protect Liz in my stead. I know. I will protect and fight for more than just Liz. Shining, I will stand for you as well. Yes. We have always stood by each other. The followers are as one. My oath remains unchanged. Margaret Nell and her restored staff will be there for you whenever needed. Oh, that was fucking cool! Like, even if you need the extra heal, there's a 10 kill, like, no, sorry, I'd even give me to fill that role. Yeah. The sword staff sweeps wide. A dazzling radiance repels a crowd of foes. Every single Confessaris here is a powerful foe. So that's why you weren't willing to spar with me, Shining. We saved quite a lot of money for Red's Island. Our greatest foe lies ahead. Alright. Let's settle this quickly. What a farce. Careful. Ah. I can take it. Shining, my shield will protect you. You need only advance. A torrent of witchcraft washes towards them. Margaret's radiance is suppressed. Sarge stands on top of the steps, day and night surging within his palm. So this is the help you found? Chrysostom.
What do you think our ceremonial altar is? Meadow? Or a Kuranta to frolic in? So her arts can momentarily block my influence in you. And what of it? Your sword play and arts will all come from me. You can't even harm me, unless I let you. This is our world in her. Ugh. Please slow down. His arts affect the perception of time, or is it something else? Shining. I'm alright. Your shield. The first crack on this new shield of mine. But no matter, I can mend it with my arts. A knight's shield will never weaken when protecting someone in need. The detestable light. You need fall. I've killed so many Pegasi like you, I've stopped counting. I smeared their golden blood on the walls of my castle, so that my city would look as if forever bathed in the radiance of dawn. And their descendants would understand Kasdor is not a domain they can invade as they please. We're not in Kasdor. And you're not some homeland hero either. Heroes stand their own blood, shed their own blood to clear the way for others. But you, all I see is your path, your ascension drenched with the blood, tears and bones of others. Heroes. I decided long ago to give up being one. The hero people sing and praise was as fleeting as sand. No matter how I try to master the time I have, it does not stop for me. I will die, and the city I built will collapse. My beloved people will only be compelled to continue wandering. This hopeless cycle torments every single Sarkaz, including me. As a sovereign, I have the responsibility and power, and ought to change my people's fate at the source. As long as the Sarkaz need no longer lie prostrate for beasts like you. As long as my Kasdor stands everlasting through days and nights. All the light around them rushes towards Kristall's palm as he speaks. Margaret's arts, the arts of other Confessari, and even the little sunlight straying through the dense clouds. In his palm floats a small crown of thorns, as impenetrable as the darkest night. Nightingale floats up from the stone bed. Her eyes are still shut, her limbs lack strength, but her arms involuntarily open. When the last light has been caged, the crown will fall on Kristall's head. Listen. Shining, follow my light. Saber. Generally want a character that's unhinged and crazy, not crazy like Joker, but more subtle way, like someone who seems sane on the surface but not hesitant to go nuclear for petty reason. You mean Spectre Alter? A sharp spear of light tears a path through the witchcraft barrier. I think she's still insane, right? I know Spectre's insane. I can't remember if Spectre Alter is actually insane. I suppose you could technically say Skadi Alter is insane. Technically. She's corrupted by the Seaborn. I didn't read that. A sharp spear of light tears a path through the witchcraft barrier. Shining arrives before Kusachasach. Night descends like a cage, and the only light comes from her blade. Soul glimmers on the tip of her sword. Liz, I return the true memories I once took from you. No fields, no woods, no streams, and no flower wreaths. Only a girl huddled in a dark corner. The entire room serves as a cage, and she cannot tell day from night. Because she is merely a manufactured, empty shell. With no consciousness, or knowledge of pain or fear, she reacts to no arts inflicted on her at all. Until In my obsession with exploring the soul, I left some unnecessary vestiges in you when carving yours. You're awake. You're starting to have emotions, responding to them. The experiment will continue, and I have to. Create some illusions, fill up that newborn soul with memories fabricated by arts. To cover up the truest, scariest ones. I think you should feel a little better, at least. You will feel truly alive, as if you've experienced a bit of warmth. Perhaps it was escapism. As long as I lost myself in those holy trusting eyes, I didn't have to confront the cruelty of what I'd done to her. Sorry. She could have remembered, Liz. You must remember all that we promised each other. A blue foul beast emerges from the darkness. Gigantic grey-white eyes stare at Shining, and a tear slowly falls. Hey, Fist Dylan. What's up, man? Hey, you doing? Going through a story. The girl in the air floats down. Shining and Margaret hear Nightingale's voice simultaneously at the frozen time. Grinding gift cheer. Grinding gift cheer takes forever, man.
I remember, Shining.
That shitty game. Right? Oh, I'm so annoyed at grinding gift cheer, man.
You took me out of the darkest of rooms, and we escaped. You accompanied me everywhere in search of medical help. And then we met Null, and 2 became 3. We went many places, and saved many people. You often sighed with knitted brows in the middle of the night. Once I opened my eyes, you shifted to the warmest tone I know, and told me about the beautiful things I missed on our journey. Null tried to teach me how to dance a few times. She'd hold me and spin, until I couldn't move anymore. And the 2 of you would help me, taking turns carrying me. I'm at your side. It's as if I really can fly. The 2 of you have made me what I am now. I am a member of the Followers, and a healer. I'll protect you both too, and fight alongside as well. Sever the gravest sins, to save those shrouded in the eternal night. This is what the 3 of us promised each other.
What? My game literally just crashed. My thing literally just crashed. Hang on. Okay. Let me look it back up. I didn't touch JP for a few days already, but do I have a recommended debuffer? I don't know if he's in JP right. Sorry, in EN right now. Yeah, my thing literally just crashed. My capture device actually just crashed on me. Hang on. It's actually just crashed. Okay. I think I might need to restart. On that note about a debuffer, I think Aina is a really good debuffer. If she has her SS form out right now. Another good debuffer is Yun, of course. If you get her SS form, because she's a buffer as well as a debuffer with her skill. So it's technically not a debuffer, but her skill is a debuff. And who else? I think was that Tenne? Yeah. Tenne Miko, I think that's her name. She's also a pretty decent debuffer. I haven't really used her in that sense. But anyways, I'm gonna restart my PC. So BRB. BRB. Okay, we're back. Back. Hang on. Let me see if my capture card's working now. This. Let's plug it in real quick. Yep. There we go. Just love tech issues. Use Aina as debuffer right now. Yeah, Aina's a good debuffer. If you have SS Aina, she's pretty decent. If you have Maki, SS Maki, Kurosawa Maki, I think that's her name. She's a blaster, but her ult actually gives fragile debuff. So I think pretty decent. So she's used to rack up destruction, devastation rate, as well as inflict fragile. So pretty good. Yeah, as a S, Aina is actually pretty decent. It's actually pretty good. Who else? Like the thing is, I know Megumi is like the debuffer in the main team, 31A, but she's not. Her base form is not that good. Her regular forms, because her skills are very expensive, whereas Aina's skills are very cheap. That's why Aina kind of beats out Tsukasa, right? No, not Tsukasa, it's Megumi. That's it. Megumi does get a form later on that's actually pretty decent. But yeah, that comes later on. And it's like a fire debuffer as well. There are other forms she has, and they're still kind of expensive. So, case by case basis. Anyways, continue the story. Nightingale lands on the ground. Her staff and body emit an intense light. A giant cage appears and catches Sachisage's body within. Ugh. The soul is completely under my control. Why is this cage?
I have a name. I am Liz, and I am your enemy. Satsage, I'm stopping you because I don't agree with a single word you've said.
You.
Shining, now.
Shining grips the sword tight. In this game, many units have good debuff skill, even a roll or debuffer. Lolita also has attack debuff as a tank, and that's good. Yeah. That's right. Like many units have and debuff skills, even though they're not that class, because there's a lot of roll compression that is needed. Like a lot of units need to share rolls essentially. You'll find that's even more so later on. Like in JP, you can make a team of literally just buffers and debuffers and one attacker. Or like not even an attacker, just use a defender, which is Aoi, but yeah. It's a thing. It's really good. Margaret tosses her sword staff, and it hits right on target. The crown of thorns revolving in Sachisage's hand. The trio are in complete sync with their thoughts and actions. Grab the flickering sliver of the soul, before day and night take control once more. A long path of blood is the only crack before her eyes.
I found it, the essence of your soul. Tosanok, you. What this body will become, I am undetermined. If blood does control my will, then Liz and Nerl will pass judgment on me, my stead as I am now.
but I will not be your puppet. I will not conquer or rule in your name. Until death, I will be free. Free? You speak of freedom? Shall we give it a go? Krasasana, we are not easily parted. Try again to leave my side. Try and see how long you can run from me. I will run no longer. Rather, I will grant you an eternal death. Yeah, go Shining! Oh, retreat. Shining, retreat! The moonlight above the tree tumbles down the cliff, and the ground violently rumbles as if about to turn upside down. The altar crumbles, and thick golden originium liquid gushes out from the cracks. A figure appears without anyone noticing. He does not move fast, manages to appear just in time to block Sabotage from the followers. What the fuck, man? Nobody here today. Yeah, there's not too many people here today. It was only Demon Eye before. I don't know if he's still here or if he's gone to farm or something. We should leave, Your Highness. So it's you. Who's there? Followers. In this area where valor is scarce, your radiance bedazzles. We shall meet again. I mean, I'm also playing Arknights as well, so... Core and Sabotage's figures blend into the remains of the altar. The other Compulsory follows suit. The crown of thorns shot out from Sabotage's hand earlier suddenly spins. It turns to a pitch black shadow that flies up towards the sky. The shard. In the eye of the storm. Is that the Amna mentioned over the comms? Yeah, and I stuck with F0. Dr. Kelsey, the doctor, and the others, will they make it? Shining, you. Anything feel off? I'm alright. Blood curse is indeed complicated. Such a sad life, I want to play HBR. I know the feeling, I know the feeling. Wait, Liz. Liz! Liz. Soul, why is it incomplete? Did you fracture your soul when you resisted Sabotage?
Shining, no.
I'm here. I've always been here, Liz.
Yes. I'm alright. You two have protected me for so long, so it's my turn. I want 3 of us to be always together.
Liz. Come, Shining. We'll treat her together. Shining. It's futile. Our arts can't heal such grievous wound on her soul in this environment. This is unique, both her body and soul. Her birth was coincidental. I would rather call it a miracle. Then we first leave this place, and then plan our next move. What about Sabotage? We just let him go? His fate means nothing compared to Liz's safety. It means nothing now. Let us return. Yes, together. No. Okay, we'll have to heal Liz.
Later.
Sabotage failed to cage the background.
The altar's power is weakened. I can work through its influence now.
The altar's upper layer is breaking apart. Amiya, focus your attacks on the blood of TKS.
Right. Yes. The King of Sarkas has already sentenced me to death. But this is nothing new to me. You're clearly in pain. You revere Sabotage. Well, he left you behind like nothing. He treats you just like how you treat those chimeras. Exactly the same.
Don't waste your breath, King of Sarkas.
My feelings are nothing special. The confessary are of leader's blood. There's someone born more perfect than others, like Arsenal. Still others like myself were never in the running to be chosen at all. But I've never envied her. We only stand in the spot fitting us best. We're supposed to be inseparable. We are all limbs of the same one body. There is no other group able to perform unprecedented miracles like we confessary can.
They're stubborn.
I'm curious. Is there nothing you're strongly attached to? Doctor, would you not make the same choice as I have for your life's work, for those dear to you, and the ones who have fought by your side this whole time? Whether it be under some control or influence, does not matter. To reach our origin and create a completely new future. That's all I want. I can't let you get close to the blood of Tikas. Huh. Oh.
A black line pierces through Celis's body once again and strikes the altar's core at the same time. The blood of Tikas stills.
I'm so close. Amiya, stop her. She's going to ignite. It's fine, it's fine. My body is just like a monster's.
She stretches out her broken hand towards that drop of blood. Do you consider it like metaphor? I thought about it, but I haven't bought it yet. Technically, I still need to finish P3. That is that. But P3, the DLC is not very. It's not very interesting to finish. Hey Max. I just saw you there. A curse known only to the confessary, inflicted upon the soul, upon all blood and flesh.
It will probably be a complete death this time. For the leader, for Cressasino, before all my family. I'll take the first step into the future I yearn for.
Celis smiles and throws herself into the still heart. The blood of Tikas boils. A giant crimson vortex appears from the altar's core. In that moment, Amiya feels like as if she's being watched. By Krasatsuj, by the crowned without names, by the howling myriad souls, the one she is most familiar with. Hey, if you like Persona, I recommend metaphor.
Marisa?
Oh, no.
Celis used her own blood to complete the confessorial ceremony. Quick, get away from the altar.
Story is very good. Okay, yeah.
まったくエキサイティングな戦いよね。この
I
戦
am
場
interested.
を見て、
Probably
私
be a
のそ
while
ばにいる
for
こちらのドクタ
I play
ー
it.
さんはどんな気持ちなのかしら。
Descent from the origin
別
of
に言う
ancient
必要は
rune
ないわよ。
reopens.
そこまで興味ないから。
This is how you do it, right? Aim at the enemy, then. Whoa! Bloody hell. Relax, Tommy. It's not much different from the machines you worked day after day. And that both can make a mess out of you at an instant. Just remember to keep the safety engaged when you're not using it. Where did that white-haired feline get all this stuff with things in the way they are now? Look at the... Catherine? I'm fine. Chronic stuff. Look at the dust on those weapons. They're brand new. But they've been in storage for a while. This isn't standard issue military stuff, or like custom weapons for special operations. They weren't made by Londonian factories. Looks like Miliskar is more than just your average gangster. You mean she's an informant for somebody big? So she's willing to trade weapons with us because... Don't expect to play an important role in their games. These stuff were probably meant for something else. She came to us only after that fell through. Or maybe Miliskar raided some duke's secret arsenal in Londinium and selflessly decided to share it with people in need. Who knows? What she's after doesn't matter to us. We're just taking things one step at a time. Sent a few scouts out since the sky turned red. For some reason, all the Sarkaz soldiers seem to have pulled out of Highbury. That doesn't mean we're safe. Quite the contrary. It means the Sarkaz don't care about managing the city anymore. Factories, production lines, none of these matter to them anymore. I had a look at Magna Borough yesterday. It's been turned into a huge art circle. Hundreds, if not thousands, are trapped in their strange witchcraft, fueling the Sarkaz altars. At this rate, it won't be long before it's our turn. What are you planning? Should we get that thing we've been building out there and... Don't be silly. Just because you got some decent gear doesn't mean you suddenly become a commander. Became a commander. A few decent weapons. They'll allow us to defend ourselves if the Sarkaz come for us. No more than that. We must wait for an opportunity. When do you think that opportunity is going to come, though? Who are you? How'd you find this place? I've seen your clothes. You went to all that effort to sneak into Londinium at a time like this, even investigating our background. What do you need with a few old workers now? Green Union. Oh, hi! The 13th ventilation tunnel is running. There are marks on the 54th roadway. I suggest you double check. If we can find it, so can the Sarkaz. Oh, my name's Nine, by the way. Yes, I'm with Green Union. Thanks for the heads up. Did you come all this way beneath Londinium just to tell us this? We want to know how long you plan to wait. We have folks who used to work in the Sun City Borough. They say the workers of Londinium were always proud that they built this great city. But has it ever truly belonged to you? Are still present? Catherine, her condition. I've heard the stories. I'll give you credit where it's due. Spare me that crap about the non-infected taking everything from you. I'm not interested. There are a few rocks here and there in today's Londinium. I have a lot more to worry about. True. Infected or uninfected, none of that matters in Londinium now. So are you planning on taking back the city? From all who stood idly by while all this happened, from the people who allowed things to get to this point. What did you say? Londinium is filled with original dust. It will become sick and die because of it. The culprit will be made to pay, wherever they are. Whether they have rocks growing out of them or not. Green Union won't wait at the finish line. Not anymore. You're... Hey Tommy, remember me? Mayor! I thought you got sick and... Oh, so that's how you ended up with Reunion. Well, I'm back. Here, with the prevention pills. Take one today. There's only so much you can do. So you better pray that your luck's good. You guys, to tell you the truth, your look when you left the factory, I thought you would have loved nothing more than for all of us to become infected like you. Maybe I really did. Wasn't you who lost me my job. Wasn't Catherine either. I know you tried to put in a good word for me, but those are the rules. Maybe not anymore though. There's a lot we can help with. Using and maintaining equipment, operating in high originating environments, tactics, covert operations, anything you need. We'll help you liberate this place, if you'll let us, from the people who saw all this as nothing more than the price of business. We'll take the city back, with or without you, Nine of Reunion. But I look forward to working with you. That's awesome. Okay, so Reunion is now working with the Londinium Corps. Thanks enough. Although? My child. Have you come to see me off? You're badly hurt, my child. I lost. I did all I could, but I still lost. But I have no regrets about the path I chose. No doubts about the ideals I believed in. But I'm sorry I let you down. I say that. You have defeated so many powerful foes. How long has it been since the Court of the Banshees had a warrior and sovereign so strong, so steadfast? The court is proud of you. So am I, even if you reject the traditions of the royal court. Thank you.
I ask one last thing. Please, sing an elegy for me. What? Not so fast, my lazy boy. Not bedtime yet. But I'm... Rise and shine, Aphidel. He's alive! Up yet, sleepyhead? Good. You still recognize my voice. How about a kiss for your dear mother on the cheek? It's been so long after all.
I don't think... This strange contraption. Were you always by my side?
Of course not. Mother should let her son roam free once he's all grown up. Just a little token of love to record important moments in your life for me. I will say, I was a little surprised they recorded not just your performance in battle, but you putting this outfit on. I know, Her Highness Theresis liked it this way, but... Never mind. As long as you like it.
You're bothered by what I'm wearing? When this device of yours...
Isn't it adorable?
A banshee should value her words, rather than waste them on disputing the aesthetics of a gadget.
How could you say that? Think of all the love that your mother and sisters put into it. This is how you repay our affection.
Thank you, mother.
Your friends are waiting. I'm so proud of you.
That's wholesome. I like that. F-Zero events stuck the D. So it's not just me that absolutely hates this F-Zero event, right? I hate this F-Zero event so much. It's annoyed me so much. Such a waste of time.
It's a dead end. Sheer cliff ahead. Wait, from the shard. What's that?
We're too late. The last vestige of a TCAS fades away. But it had gotten an answer. A recognition, a response. Fuck ass of it. The sensation was subtle at first, but the clouds no longer converged upon the pinnacle of the shard, replaced by something else. Branches and vines begin to bear red fruit. Like, there's just so much shit to tap on. It's like, it just takes so much time just to fucking progress the story. It's a bizarre scene, but somehow it inspires comfort rather than fear, as though this is how it should be, how it always has been. The world seems to have always been like this. What has happened is that someone has moved the back cover of a clock by accident, revealing the springs and gears underneath. Originium is an integral part of Terra's ecology. Originium in the atmosphere bring about catastrophe, and originium in the body causes sickness. Even insects know to cover themselves in hard shells of originium. Zero's peak 100 years ago, but now needs to die. Poorly designed gameplay, how you progress the event. Ah, I'm glad it's not just me at least. I thought it was just me being sick of F-Zero. The coexistence of Originium and Terra is an immutable law, just like how two parallel lines can never intersect. But where did Originium come from? Wait, Rob, are you even farming JP? Really? Are we just talking about NA? I don't even know what's happening in NA right now. Has Amnanam descended after all? The Pomphasary's control over Amnanam exceeds our expectations. We're one step too late. JP. Okay. Can the Size of King still fight it? No. Omnilum brings more than catastrophe, and it's far more than a weapon. It's not just the origin of sagas. In fact, one could say it's the origin of everything in turn. Speedrunning to perma keep the free unit. True. Even speedrunning takes fucking hours. It's because of the stupid story. It's maybe the greatest crisis we've ever seen. Maybe the greatest crisis Terra has ever seen. Gotta find a way out of here first.
The life burned. W is there. We can seek the Ferryman's help. Let me try to get in touch with W.
I think 100 years ago is about for 99 years already.
I'm not getting through. Hello? Hello? Finally! Bunny, we're almost Manfred Herder has the agreed time. W, they're alive! But the interference is too strong.
Try to take off W.
Where? How did?
Find where the biggest commotion is. That's where we are.
Lost contact. What did you mean by commotion, Doctor?
What catches W's attention like nothing else? Unreasonably risky, but worth a try. 12 hours ago. 58 hours into the operation. So, we've taken control of the Lifeburn central area. Examine the skeleton. Eliminate any resistance. Tell Nadine to clean up the remaining mercenaries outside. Leave no survivors. Set up defenses around the skeleton and rig it with explosives. Do you mean to... Yes, sir. The blood reaches Manfred's feet. He takes one glance at the body on the ground, then turns and leaves the room. What to do with enemy mercenaries that we captured in the Lifeburn, sir? Is this all of them? Yes, sir. Many of them previously served a military commission. Kill them all. Yes, sir. Show yourself. Paprika.
General Manfred.
Paprika. Was I supposed to see you here?
I was captured by the mercenaries here while transporting a shipment. I had to protect my squad.
That doesn't explain why you didn't respond when the military commission attacked the skeleton. But what were you doing hiding here?
I was just afraid.
Afraid. Your previous mission is over, Paprika. Your new mission is to execute these traitors to the military commission.
But they're prisoners. Defenseless.
As warriors, they're traitors to their cause. As mercenaries, they've unilaterally broken their contract. One way or another, they must pay the price.
But they're in no position to resist anymore. They're no threat to you. What meaning is there to all this killing? Did you say yourself that you wanted as many Sarkas to go home as possible?
I gave you a chance, Paprika. I've been very patient. You're not the first to want to disappoint me today. General, the engineers have examined the Lifeburn. The structure is largely intact, and the mercenaries don't have the means to make direct modifications. However, we found a large amount of explosives that were not set by us. Explosives? Unable to reach Lieutenant General Nadine, sir. What? It's W.
That hard-headed Hodor can come in useful once in a while. You did lead an attack squad, Manfred. Is this our first formal meeting? I guess I should introduce myself. I'm from Babel. I'm here to take your life. You can call me W.
Mercenary from Hodor squad. You came back to die?
Die? You saw for a moment why your attack have gone a little too smoothly. Where did you think all the mercenaries went? He's surrounded now.
You think this rabble could stand against the soldiers of the military commission?
I hope your brains are as hard as your words. Cause I'll blow your head off before your soldiers can even knock off the door.
Oh, the door. Jennifer begins to swing, but shadows entangle his feet. Then bombs explode all around him before he can break free.
W. Stop complaining. I told you I'm good at controlling explosions.
You're trying to destroy the skeleton.
Oh, is that not very convenient? I'm not sentimental like her is. I have absolutely no problem making this big pile of bones your grave. I wonder what Theresis would be sadder about. Losing this big guy or losing his favorite foster son?
You think I'd let you do that?
Not a moment too soon. It's gone? You look.
The bloodied assassin's step stops the foe's sword, not the slightest hint of wavering in a sleeve blade. You're not ready to kill me.
Cut off this guy's golden head, Ascalon. And I'll listen to anything you say for a whole year.
That's a lot coming from W. I've asked you this question before, Ascalon. What do you believe in?
I believe that our differences end here and now. And this time, there'll be no mistake.
"70 hours into the operation.
You haven't even let me have a breather. Rain! Where are you guys? You're supposed to be guarding the top of the spine. Why do troops keep dropping down? Oh, Crane's dead. Damned Manfred. I think I have a concussion. Let's go on. She's outside. Looks like we're bringing a whole bunch of dead bodies with us. Great. W, am I seeing this right?
Is this nerve bundle glowing?
Did the doctor's team make it?
W,
Right, take off. Biggest commotion. They're trying to reach us. Enos, is Herder still breathing? The bleeding stopped, at least. Then wake him up and get him to put his friend to work.
you're asking too much.
Fine. Maybe Herder needs to lie down a little longer. Oh, this guy has been lying down long enough there. Oh. Rainsy, wake up. How do you like this alarm clock?
Wake up, boom.
W, you lunatic, Herder is wounded.
Explosions occur in the chamber, followed by a rumbling, muddled voice. Oh, it's you. Sarkas historian. What happened to your face? Did your great adventure not go well?
Don't shut up. Get us out of here if you don't want the last bones going to smithereens. And shake those royal court fleas off if you can.
Oh, I forgot. My body's still here. The flea part is a little too much to ask. You all look the same size to me. I suppose we should go. The voice sighs, stirring up a turbulence in the fabric of time and space. You woke it up by using bombs. Classic W. This round is mine. I have no intention of gloating. It took too much time, and you've never been so weak before. The previous battle had taken its toll on you, and this type of operation is not your forte.
We've both missed opportunities.
And you, Kazdor, is complete. You know that, Ascalon. You know that you are fighting against our own future.
Future, you say? You say I never saw clearly what our sovereign was thinking. But I understand now. Someone will complete the work that she left unfinished. Amia, Kelsey. I will remove all obstacles that stand in their way.
How blind and stubborn. Why do you not understand that this was Lady Theresa's wish too?
Enough. We're enemies. No more, no less. We've long passed the point of no return.
The lifeboat is activating. How could?
It failed. Can't stop us anymore.
This skeleton will be destroyed. No one can threaten the future that His Highness will bring to Castle. Even if neither of us will live to see it. Kurt throws down his sword and takes out the detonation switch. He places his finger on it. Hesitation.
Why? He has seen death in the eye many times.
He does not fear it. Why should he hesitate? But the lifeboat. How many people could it guide home? Ascalon throws herself at Manfred in this moment of hesitation. The two of them fall into the turbulence together. Right here, where the mountain's energies are most focused.
This will cause an extreme uncontrolled originium chain reaction. Get ready, Doctor.
Here goes nothing.
Ready!
Black arts penetrate the mountainous originium.
The collapse has begun. Run.
You grab Monster's claw, an action that has become second nature. Monster screeches joyfully and begins to run. Hand holding, dude. Behind you is the terrifying roar of destructive energy running rampant. The violent chain reaction causes everything around you to tremble. Legions of Naxxramas follow the trembling.
The Sudorama chasing us. Don't fight them. Don't let them bog you down.
Warriors wrapped in tattered bones swarm upon you. Many of them are swallowed by the originium chain reaction, but even more join the ranks of your pursuers. Don't get in the way of our hand holding. Sidoram entangled monster. You hear the hollow breathing echoing the ear. The Naxxra warriors are trying to drag all of you into the pit of death. Shadows of conflict yield to conflict. Yeah, it's Logos. Logos! Trust your elite operators, Doctor. They'll show up when you need them the most. I know I can count on you. Don't let your guard down. I sense turmoil in the fabric of reality. The ferment is coming. I'll attempt to create a waypoint to help us board the skeleton. What shall I do? Jump down from the cliff. Time is of the essence. Doctor, now. Dr. Kelsey, now. Jump.
Drive the ferment. I'll take care of the Royal Court soldiers. Am I driving? Hey, Bonesy, go to where the biggest commotion is.
There is no response. The muddled voice says nothing. Perhaps it just cannot be bothered. Logos, please spec Nezalim in his Naxxra. Yes, please. It's not gonna send it inside the barrel of some supergun, is it? The intangible tide fades.
Really sent us right into the middle of an explosion.
I think I'm beginning to enjoy this. Threads of silver white incantation snag the drifting firmament, and several figures fall into the room.
Bonnie? Kenshi? You made it.
Takes an explosion to catch the attention of a bomb maniac.
Not bad. You actually made it out of the commissary's evil ritual alive.
What's the situation?
Brancy is fine, as you can see. Murderer took a hit from Manfred's sword, but he's still breathing. As for the others...
I don't see Ascalon anywhere.
We found no trace of Ascalon or Manfred on the skeleton.
She got tangled with Manfred and didn't make it in time when the skeleton took off. You got into the part with Orbardies yet? I don't think so. I don't know that name, so... Unless that's supposed to be a joke. I fucking knew it. Skeleton's ability is beyond question. You can trust her as you trust me. Crying won't change anything. He has stuff to do. What's the next step? You've drawn too much attention. We need to drift, now. A skeleton emerges from the fabric of reality. Everything hangs in the balance. Got pollution and 2 tile ban. And some enemies will differ, and soul maelstroms are... What? Soul maelstroms are invisible? That's an enemy, isn't it? Unless you're talking about the actual tornado, which I don't think it's a tornado. It's gotta be an enemy, right? Either way, I guess it's I guess we bring Inez. So alright, let's look at the map. Okay. There's a lot of Originium down there. If there's an altar, if there's an altar, we can place it here. If there isn't, then we're gonna be fucked. At least everything is, well, converges into basically the same spot, so that's fine. We'll probably mostly just go with this then. This is probably fine.
義には必ずや解あり。あまねく規則は必ず解きほぐせるものである。
またあんたが顔を拝めたわね、ドクター。まったく、幸先がいいわ。
義には必ずや解あり。あまねく規則は必ず解きほぐせるものである。
The Sarkaz with short white hair is again alone in the shard. This is not quite the front, but the sounds of war pass through valley and walls, through crystalline storms and blood-drenched fields, and into his ears. Originium guns bring a rain of death. The military casters recite incantations. The tanks run over tides of crystals. Swords clash and break against each other until they sink into the mud. He has heard this din for centuries. It has never changed. This time, he has brought it to the one-time presses. The Emperor Theresis refused to meet our envoy. They continue to see Kazdor as an independent, hostile regime. No response yet from the envoy to Sargon. The Athenian Kurfürst that we reached out to is receptive to further communication. The Dukes clearly intend to attack, following the appearance of the Golden Light. Our lines are falling back. The voice on his terminal continues to report the latest developments on each front to the orchestrator of the war. Those who refuse to yield stand upon the scales of war, tipping them from side to side. Theresis' back remains straight at all times. It has been a long time since he allowed himself the luxury of fatigue. But the past does not go away so easily. be it lives taken or lives saved. He has never forgotten the burden upon his shoulders, especially as it grows increasingly heavy. Your Highness, news from the front. The Realm Blade of Victoria has been activated. They have suppressed Amnanum. Under pressure. General Manfred was unable to retake Lifebone. Who controls the Sealton now? Where was it last spotted? Mercenary Squad. Confessary reports say that the core members of Rhodes Island are on it. Rhodes Island. Then that one must also be there. Yes. Lifebone's next course of action is uncertain. It represents a threat to both the airship and the shard. It is no concern. Trust in Teresa. If they dare approach the shard, my sword will render the judgment I promised. The sky of Londinium burns red. The ever-present dark clouds are no more. Supported by countless branches, a massive crystal looks like newly born fruit. All is ready. But now, and only now, he does not want to think about the future. The airship's long orbiting and searching is coming to an end. The massive structure of witchcraft once again passes over above the shard. He knows this will be the last time. Farkas with the long white hair stands alone in the halls of the airship. She finally averts her gaze from the shard. She no longer sees the figure. Teresa casts her eyes towards the shadow of the airship, towards the land that she has seen so many times. Sorrow and despair continue to spread. Has anything changed from when she left Castle? A deep voice echoes with around her. It is the master of the ship. Insensate, Teresa. The king continues to pursue us.
They've never given up so easily.
Oh. The Revenant speaks no more. The airship accelerates one last time. Origin is close at hand. An intangible wave strikes, space and time rolling around the airship. They come.
A spark will burn for us until there is nothing left to burn. Let's see how far they can go. Is that really how you drive this pile of Burns? Did Herder seriously convince Burns here to help us? For real? You'll have to ask him.
Ask him.
You can barely speak right now. Then trust him. Ugh, hope he didn't mess up the steps. Say, now that we have Burnsy back, it's time to put Plan A in action. Kill this big guy with explosives and bomb the shard and Theresis all the way back to Castle.
There's something more important right now. What's the status of Amnanum? Outside the windows, a storm has stopped, but the sky remains an ominous red. Amnanum floats directly above the shard, like a gaping wound in the sky. The airship is headed towards the ancient ruins that should never have existed, but the greatest secret of Terra. It's headed for Amnanum. There's only one explanation. Its mission is more important than that of a weapon. Does he intend to ram that piece of Virginium into the airship? What's inside Amnanum?
He means that we need to deal with the airship before we kill Theresis. Am I right, old hack?
Yes.
Then we'll take it down.
Who's flying the airship?
Huh? I can feel it. Teresa is there, isn't she?
Yes.
We'll undoubtedly have to face her if we pursue the airship.
We must be ready to.
Huh. What were you about to say? Must be ready to kill her?
If necessary.
Clap, clap. I thought you two got along. You always weighing things like this, Cassie. You would kill anyone for civilization and for this great land. Even Teresa. I'm not like you there. I'll save her from the myriad souls and end it all. If you aren't do it, I will. Just wait and see. There isn't going to be another betrayal.
Doctor, I believe you're in the best position to keep a cool head here. Take command of the operation. Leave it to me.
Talk is cheap. How do we take the airship? This pile of bones isn't nearly enough firepower.
We'll take it in a literal sense by transporting the entire airship with life burn.
Really? The airship looks like it's about the same size as Bonesy here. Since when did you get so radical?
Oh, we don't have the luxury of playing it safe. Worth a try? It's the only way. I'll cover for the skeleton against the airship's guns. Bring the skeleton into contact with the airship, and we'll have a chance.
I trust the doctor. I can help Lucas.
If everyone agrees. Bring Lifeburn just above the ship. W.
Huh, you think I'd be scared? Wake up, Bonesy. We're leaving. Hang on.
Burnsy. The illusions vanish, and the ripples cease. In the blink of an eye, they find themselves on top of.
Look out.
A devastating beam of witchcraft streaks across the sky, sending destructive energy through anything it touches.
The airship is reacting fast. It was ready for us.
Just as the beam is about to annihilate its target, silvery incantations float up, pulling on at the great wave of witchcraft. All ours shall follow only the path I assign. The destructive energy is deflected, passing through the gaps of the firmament to skeleton, leaving behind only a deep scorch mark on the bleached bones. The energy begins to dissipate, and the main battery salvo coming to an end. The array in the airship has greatly amplified the power of revenant witchcraft. We can't take another hit. We must close the distance before they fire again. Countless witchcraft drones and bloody witchlings take flight. They rush towards the skeleton.
Sure shot first without asking questions. Here I thought this pile of bones was precious to them. Is Theresis' plan to vaporize with it? Vaporize us with it? A little further, W. Lifeburn can't link up with the airship at this distance. Taking too much fire to make smooth approach. We'll have to do it the fun way. Take this.
A loud boom and a loud wail. The massive skeleton smashes into the airship's armor. Blue and purple nerve bundles stretch out, clinging to anything they touch, winding themselves around the airship. Fragile bone plates shatter and fall from the sky, disappearing amongst the branches and vines. The revenant roars, raging at the shackles, the audacity, and the impudence. Every Sark has heard the cry of the revenant in their hearts before they ever set foot on the airship's deck. Who do you think you are trying to stop? The revenant never wavers.
Got it. We have the airship.
Start drifting, W. Drifto.
I don't take orders from you. I know what to do. Your turn, Birdsy. Move it. Hey, why aren't you moving? Hello? Anybody home? The firmament skeleton is badly damaged. Its soul seems to have wandered off again. Meow? It's a skeleton that's getting dragged away. What do we do, Doctor?
Let's take the airship ourselves.
Wow, your tactics really are getting bold. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, Kelsey. You know the Revenant better than anyone else.
I'm ready.
W, your bombs will work even better behind enemy lines.
See if I didn't.
Alright. Logos, protect Lifeburn. I could prevent any enemies from approaching it for 30 minutes. You'll need to come with us to the airship, Doctor. I will. No hesitation or questions. It's not the time for those.
Start the small talk. Make up your minds. Let's go. We'll slide over this bunch of nerves, buddy. Don't let those witchlings hit you. I'll intercept any stray projectiles. Doctor, that's Kelsey. We'll clear our place to land. Be careful.
Answer.
Hang on, Doctor. There are some things that only you can control.
You may be our last hope in this darkest hour. Just as you used to be. Monster grabs you and leaps down. The feeling of weightlessness makes you uneasy. The raging winds force your eyelids shut. In the distance, you hear Logos' intonations. W is laughing, and the explosions from Sarkaz drones being shot down. You feel your weight return. Someone grabs your hand.
Doctor, we're here.
Looks like an old friend has come calling. This ship is a remnant, right? Looks like it doesn't like people standing on its head. Strange shadows seep out from the metal walls, filling every corner of the deck in an instant. In its stead? I don't know. The slight tremors in their movement echo the breath of the remnant.
Your evidence work. It's expecting us. Why let us stop so easily?
Just pummel it until it stops. This time I brought bombs more than enough. High altitude interception. Attack Steel Arts damage can pick up and retain 3 Soul Maelstroms. While carrying a Soul Maelstrom expands all Soul Maelstroms to deal continuous arts damage to the target and all your units in a line. Can I kill it? I don't want you picking up shit.
誰かに気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる。みんな助けに来たよ。足元を見て。
Hey, I can kill it. Oh, jeez, that's You.
何を片付ければいい？
Yeah, get out of there.
あまり待たせないで。
It's not. Let's just pop Spectre down for now.
私を呼び起こしてくださったのはあなたですね。
影すら捉えさせない。
本気で行くよ。
Oh, there's more over there, but how do I get to them? They're not invisible, are they? Doesn't fucking reach.
すぐに解決いたしますわ。どうぞ続けてこの切っ先をあなたの心臓にする。
白明に輝く星、地の黎明よ。
Oh, you bitch, there's more of them.
準備はちょっと高こうが抗おうが無駄だ。
本気で行くよ。
Get out of here.
ここからは私の独走よ。わあ、本気で行くよ。
どうぞ続けて。準備はとレンズ。ようやく私の出番だ。
I think they're all invisible, but like.
私の気を
思いっきり自分自身を感じて。
Mission accomplished.
Yeah?
どんな状況でも勝てるのは昔と変わらないの。
That was
あ
easy.
の頃たちなんて
Didn't even use
そ
this
の
though.
喜びように偽りはなさそうだけど。
Soul Maelstrom, okay. And pick up and retain up to 3 soul maelstroms. When carrying a soul maelstrom, expends all maelstroms to deal continuous arts damage to the target and all your units are. Oh, so it picks up these little shits, and then when it has it, it uses it to deal arts damage to the target and all units in a line. Ah, so it picks up the shit, then it fires a laser beam. Okay. It's kind of like a tutorial battle actually for that. So, Soul Maelstrom defense increased. Okay, it's fine. That is fine. It's almost as if this chapter was designed for newer players to beat. I don't understand why though, you know? Because this it essentially spoils the rest of Arknights story. It's like so far ahead. You shouldn't like you shouldn't skip ahead. At least I feel like you shouldn't skip ahead, right? And in reality, there like after the event anyway, there is a restriction for it. You need to finish 13. Yeah, no. I see band tiles. I'm pretty sure those laser beam things are gonna be here. So we need to snipe these things. Okay. That is doable. Shouldn't, but the devs encouraged it for a few weeks. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not too sure why they did that. Maybe they just really want people to play the new story. Yeah, I'm gonna team 2 lane holders. I hope I don't have to use Weedy. Is there any regime in the map? No, there isn't. Yeah, no, I probably don't need Weedy here then. Let's just bring Spectre Altar. From that, this map is used Wizardel? Okay then. I mean, yeah. That's it, right? I'm just gonna use Wizardel, right? Hang on. Can we hack this? They have CHP, right? What if I just put Logos or skill 1 here? Instantly kill all the little shits that try to go to the laser beams. That'll be interesting. Honestly, I don't really need Wizardel here. But whatever, I guess. I don't think I need Wizardel here. Oh, straight into battle. I appreciate that. Oh man. They're all here. Okay, I didn't expect it to be like
みんな
that.
安心して戦って私がついてる。
誰かが気づく前にあなたの死体を嗅
みんなこっち来て。
ぐどうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。私
嘲笑は恋に抱えてなる。
絹糸を刃先の前に差し出さないで。
What the fuck is that? Alright. I don't know what that is. But it doesn't look good.
オリジニウム鉱脈を乗せた溶岩には絶対に近づかないでくださいね。リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
他は私が見る。よそに目を光らせろ。
即興をお楽しみあれ。
記憶に残るのはこの刃。私の領域を犯した。
いつでも演奏自由と陽光に包まれて。
足元を見てみなさい。
赤いベルベットがこの死の宝石の下に敷かれているの。
あれがターゲットか。
Damn, they have more HP, okay. I mean, that's fine.
みんなこっち来て。この戦場に迷い込んだすべての魂、あなたに捧げましょう。リクエストはあるか。自由と陽光に。
しびれには姿を映して。誰かが気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる。準備が整った。
危ない。
Just do the flying one.
今日もよろしくね。私よ、ここにずいぶん足元を気にしてるのね。
Accomplished.
たまには上。
That's it, okay? I was expecting more. Any more weird shadows I want to get blown to pieces? Oh shit, there's actually is one. Cutting down their numbers is most likely pointless, W. They're simply the projection of the Revenant's power. So long as the Revenant dwells on a ship, there'll be no end to its creations. This is nothing more than a means to buy time. Now how about I blow a couple more holes until the Revenant decides to come out of hiding? I'm afraid that won't work. This whole ship is nothing but the Revenant's husk. Even if you were to destroy the ship's outer hull or blow it out of shell, the Revenant will still be able to keep it running with witchcraft. And only temporarily keep it functional. There'll be more than enough to take them to Amnaman. To completely stop the airship, we must find and destroy the Revenant's core. Gotta say, we Sarkaz are up to some really weird shit. Keeps you up at night. Can't we take care of this with a bomb? The firepower of an entire fleet's main guns might break through its outer shell, stopping it from operating, even using witchcraft. Alright, let's go look for that core then. One day I'm gonna get myself a cannon. How do we find the Revenant's core? I'm not certain. As the true core of the airship, it is certainly protected by layers of defenses, hidden away so carefully in some cabin. We'll only uncover it by infiltrating deeper into the ship. This also means our enemies will be able to defend it much more easily. There is no time. Is the Revenant privy to everything about the airship? Theoretically, but the airship is large in size. Its attention is limited.
Ines has been on this ship. She still got out of here without a scratch, didn't she? Well, it could also be because she's not real Sarkaz and can't feel the mental pressure the Revenant lays on. Let's find a way to distract the Revenant. Doctor, you mean... Somebody's hurting real bad, they won't notice an insect crawling up their pants. W, I need your help. Huh? Come clean. Is this a trap you've been setting up for a long time? And you're only telling me about it now? You're the best one for the job. Huh. If the Revenant's really sharper than we thought. You wink at Amio, stares blankly at you for a second before nodding. Line it up, W. Enough for a ruckus for you? Alright, you insects, don't get spotted too easily. Not until you find her. Doctor, Amia, run to the airship to the opening W made. Stay close. Sell one on any chance. It's empty. Seems the military commission has already evacuated all the passengers. They knew how dangerous this mission would be. Cassie, if the airship's really going to collide with Amnanan, then what happens? Amnanan will assimilate all information it comes into contact with. That includes all materials, organic or not, even personalities and emotions. Everything will be engulfed in Originium crystals. Then Teresa and the Revenant? Yes, they chose to sail there. And it means they understand what this entails. What do they want from Originium? Possibility. A deep, sophisticated voice can be heard within the cabin. But there are no signs of life. The hallway is as empty as it before. This voice. It sounds familiar. In this place, its voice can be heard by all. In Minoan legend, a hero stole fire for mankind. For this he was punished by the gods and set ablaze for eternity. Very few know this legend originated among the Sarkaz. He is no hero. His story thereafter is unworthy of telling. The Revenant. It noticed us nonetheless. In just the blink of an eye, countless strange shadows filled what was an empty corridor. The Revenant's words are emitted from their vibrations. That explosion was indeed cause for concern and anxiety. If it wasn't for the King of Sarkaz's reminder, I really would have forgotten all about you. Oh, how forgetful of me. I've remembered more than enough, but I should never have forgotten. Horse King of Sarkaz, how could I have ignored your existence? Monster, get ready for battle. Amia, protect the doctor. Immediately, a pitch-black spear solidifies at Amelia's fingertips before launching forward. However, it is swallowed whole by the walls and stairs. How can you possibly kill me while you're within me? There are too many of them. We need to move. Each and every corridor looks the same. Each and every staircase seems to be connected to the same space. These are nothing but the Revenant's blood vessels, and its will can manifest anywhere. No good. We can't shake them. Now, W! You find it difficult to keep your eyes open because of the massive explosion, but the plan continues to be executed as expected. Hey, swap sides. Kelsey, have your little pet hold onto the deadweight. We need to quickly... Hold on, this place. Suddenly you are struck with a bad feeling. Something's not right. W's bombs can't be this strong. Using the explosion's momentum, the entire corridor is being torn apart by its master's own will. You feel yourself sliding down a corridor, leading downstairs. Hey, old hag! Try your hardest to maintain your balance, and look toward where you last saw Cassie, only to find that she has been completely engulfed by the black shadow. The remnant itself tore the structure here apart. It's trying to...
A loud bang can be heard. An Armia disappears on the other end of the collapsing corridor.
Little bunny, hold on.
A black shadow sweeps by, separating you and W. The moment you two turn around, a sharp blade made of witchcraft slices through where you two were moments earlier. It fails to hook onto your collar with its claw, and you tumble downstairs, down the corridor. Before you crash into the floor of the area downstairs, a hand grabs you by your collar from behind.
Gotcha. Well, I should say, finally fell right into my hands.
The sound of steel being bent and twisted echoes throughout the narrow space. The ship is chewing apart the darkness inside its body. You put in quite a bit of work simply to force me into this closed-off trap, Revenant. With the way you are, have you forgotten even your name? There is no response. Nothing can be heard except for the sound of metal being torn apart. Sharp debris continues to peel and fade away from the ship's body. Halcyon knows that if this unknown space is anything like a magnetic field, she must be the center pulling in all fatal threats. Threat? It seems that even though you have been burned away for years, you still have some sanity left in you. But if your chaotic mind still holds a trace of memories in Kazdor, you should be well aware that death threats are meaningless to me. Silence. But Kelsey can feel the shadows. That the shadows will engulf her here are still lurking in the darkness, watching her. Waiting for the moment to strike. You should know. After all, Theresa herself knows as well. You're listening, are you not? Theresa? I can feel your will in this ship. I thought you would be here waiting for me. Kelsey reaches her hand out to the wall to feel the life of the ship. Ice cold, coarse metal, and iridium. Despite the darkness, Kelsey is nonetheless able to clearly see the iridium glowing and assimilating everything around it. But it avoids the area her fingers touched. To think you can now influence the natural growth of iridium to this extent. If the iridium here continues to grow, the airship will be completely crystallized by the time it crashes. Then everybody inside will also. That includes me. So is this what you were trying to tell me? She gets no response. The first iridium, you, Theresis, Sarkaz. I used to think I knew enough about your plan, but it seems you are much further down this road than I imagined. You may have me locked away here. I don't believe I am truly the one you should be vigilant against. I've always been a headache, Theresa. Just like in the past. Just like in the past. Theresa, as you are now, do you still believe that Terra has a future? A dark shadow extends underneath Kelsey's feet. A jet black ocean gushes out from the darkness, ready to engulf everything in its path in no time. I knew it. Once again, silence has returned to the darkness. As you wish. You'd better have enough time with the dame alone, without that one at her side. Don't disappoint me again. Don't disappoint us again. Waited too long. Must witness this before my death. The end of suffering. Theresa.
生き残ること。それがあなたが守るべき唯一のルールですね。
Things are heating up. But I think I might call it there for today. How much did we get through? 11 to 15. Not bad, not bad. We'll continue on Saturday for a bit, and then I'll play some Persona at night. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Thanks anyone who happens to be here. We'll be back on Saturday. Some more Arknights.